Peace, everybody. It's your man, Soular, and in this video, I really want to reflect. I really want to look at myself, and the camera's right here, right? And I want to share with everybody a more vulnerable side of the journey. I have the videos where I teach, where I deliver messages, but I think it's very critical to get to know a journey from a more intimate standpoint. So, fun fact, random. Batman is my favorite superhero. I always champion Batman and Iron Man. Their superpower isn't that they have money. Okay, their superpower is their intelligence, and they're just men. And I think that was really dope. But that's later I understood that. At first, I just thought Batman was really cool. I had a Batman outfit. I used to run around in the Batman outfit as a kid. I used to always keep the Batman outfit on. Funny story. But anyway, this is what it's about. I want to kind of just get more vulnerable and open up about things. But there's some thoughts that I had. There were some things that were on my mind that I do want to speak on, first and foremost. Okay. And let's just get to it. Like, why are we drinking out of a plastic bottle? I usually like to drink out of glass. Man, I'm the type of person to take my water and take it outside, and knowing the moon cycles, putting it in specific places outside in the bushes so no one messes with it, and letting it charge with the moonlight. Drinking that during the day, having other water being charged during the day, and I'll cycle that and drink that at other times, sun charged water. And so I don't know why I did that, but I do that, and I put labels on my water, and I like to structure it with love. I like to structure it with those type of things. And it sounds so childish, but let's be vulnerable. For those who don't know me, my name is Courtney Pete Townsend. I'm known as Soular as an artist. And I was a part of a group, which is the leader was arrested under certain charges and deemed a cult. And so I'm a part of a cult. I'm an ex-cult member. And in this spiritual pursuit, in a spiritual journey, in pursuit of family, form leadership, father figure type of thing. A military without it being military, and I was open to that. I wanted that, especially for my spiritual journey. And a family included. Like, I didn't know that was such a crutch for me. Really wanting and feeling like needing other people to do what's best for me. And it's always been a thing. It's always been an issue. So, usually I'll drink different. Usually I would live different. I would have just fire. I wouldn't have candles. I mean, I have candle in here, but because I like candles. But even the lamp, I try to make it like a candle, and I change the lights, all the light bulbs, to make them different. But I digress. Why do I know so much, but I live in a way that is regular, average? And I mean, let's just be real. There's the masses, and then there's those who choose to focus on spirituality, those who choose to focus on a higher power, for whatever that means to them, spirituality. Those people have the ability to see into things that most would just ignore. It's not that it's not there. The whole human body is designed to send and receive electrical impulses, not just light. So it's not just visible light that we're communicating with at all times. It's the awareness of it is where we shift our frequencies. And so I do say, as a dean of a university, I say you can't have sovereignty in all dimensions until you have knowledge of all dimensions. Knowledge will lead to awareness. Knowledge will give you awareness, especially when the knowledge is the truth. So I use source code to base all my teaching so that it's irrefutable. It's not nothing I've invented. It's the truth. It's what's always been there. We're removing the distractions. Like in life, these things I wouldn't normally live this way, but in this normal human spiritual journey, I have found myself in ups and downs. And let us just be real. It hasn't always been up and it hasn't always been down. It's life. And it's a journey for me. I know my energies, so I know that my lesson is ultimately to value the spiritual journey over a more financial or physical journey. Those things will come to me in abundance. However, it's not my focus. It's not my North Star. Whereas normally I would want to support a community or be a part of a community and really just like blend in and just be like a part of a cool community and just live like that, be cool, and just be good amongst the ranks. You know, I'm actually being asked to stand out as a leader. I'm actually being asked to be the opposite, to just be my most authentic possible self and radiate my energy as much as possible, and allow that to attract a community. And so my brand is me. And knowing this is also my North Star. So knowing these things in my Saturn return, you know, as a master astrologer, I already know what time it is. 10th house Saturn. Everything I've ever wanted has been held back from me, and now it's about to be given to me. But my North Star is making sure that my focus is on my spiritual journey rather than what life is bringing to me. The abundance, the beauty, and the love. It'll be there. But the one thing that is for sure is that where I have struggled and why I am where I am, which is a beautiful place, like blessings to the luxury that I get to live in. It's not as detailed as I'd like it to be still. It's not the ideal life yet. You know, what we're doing here is we're alchemizing these situations. You know, there's really no excuses. You know, it's really all about setting your intention and setting that focus and keeping that focus. And I'll tell you that that's where I get derailed most of the time, is where it comes down to time management and focus. And it's very simple, but as a Gemini 12th house, you know, Gemini Mercury, moon in the first house, Aries, I'm very active, like 24/7. And all this energy will just go everywhere, and I need to learn how to really harness that and focus that. And it becomes a laser beam. And, you know, it's way more effective that way when I have goals. So time blocking, journaling has been major for me. Anytime I have thoughts, premonitions, ideas, channeled quotes, or anything, I just write them down. And it's been such a better thing because it's become so productive. It's giving me things to do in the future. It's giving me content. It's giving me structure, order to my mind. And it's allowing me to work with my mind. I'm working with myself through journaling. You know, that's a healthy tool, very powerful tool that I'm glad I picked back up. Poems start to come out. You know, music starts to come back into flow as I journal and get more in tune with my mind. I'll also say that the time blocking is very important. My issue is going to sleep because I will stay up working on things, doing all kinds of different things. I'll stay up working out. Like, I'll just be in a flow sometimes and I just don't want to stop, and I need to learn how to really harness and control my energy. And I'm so passionate, and the way I'm set up and the way I'm built is so much bigger than me. I could cry right now. But I'm here to heal the world and help the world through deeply diving into my spiritual journey and becoming my best self and showing and radiating a certain type of light. People like me, but they don't know why. People love me and they don't know why. It's hard to hate me. It's, everywhere I go, it's like it's a phenomenon. But to me, it's normal. It's regular. I've been treading on water for a while, walking on faith and belief, and I'm someone who's blessed when they choose to be spiritual. Some people are the other way. Some people are too spiritual to where they need to learn to be more practical. So my journey and what I've gone through is to provide wisdom, morals, and lessons that you can still pick up without having to go through what I went through. Whereas you to be authentic in your journey and express what it was like to be OD spiritual and needing to be more practical about your value system and your material realm, your physical realm, then there's special wisdom there too. And anytime you look at any energy, especially through astrology, which is one of the easiest forms of understanding source code, or it's one of the first things created from source code, if you will. Through astrology, we can see how certain energies in certain domains are in certain places for a reason, and it creates divine order. Well, for each placement, know that the highlighted energy in the highest self of that placement is when you go towards source, which is towards the other half of it, which is the opposite energy. You can balance any energy with its opposite and be the healthy version of that energy. For example, if you're a Pisces, you're very spiritual. You can harness that with the opposite, which is Virgo, right? 12, Pisces, 6, which is Virgo. And this would be water and earth. And this would be heaven to earth, if you will. This would be someone who's really cosmic, really in the astral realm. And Virgo is the earth. It is the earth sign, it is the earth energy. And the planet Earth is a Virgo energy. And it's literally to if you're going to be a channel, imagine pulling from heaven to earth and writing these things down or getting organized. So Pisces normally wouldn't be very organized, whereas Virgo is all about organization. So the way to balance, to be a healthy Pisces would be to be an organized Pisces, whereas to be an unhealthy Pisces would be OD Pisces, like I'm like not even here, but here. And there's a lot of neglect that comes with that, a lot of loss, like, yeah, cool, take whatever, take everything. And it's not balanced. So you can do that, but it's more into chaos. When you go into order, you'll find that it's specifically Virgo that's going to balance that energy. And Virgo is the same thing. To be too grounded and to be too practical, to be too organized and not be able to flow, not be able to connect to the astral realm would be an issue. So an example of this energy one last time, so we can comprehend what I'm saying here, would be imagine an altar, a spiritual altar of some sort, whether it's a church, whatever religion your vision picks. Imagine an altar, a spiritual place where it's set up a certain way. It's beautiful. It's usually clean. It's organized, and you don't mess with it. It's a sacred site. That's Virgo energy. Whereas the spirituality to it, the sacredness in itself, is the Piscean energy. The spirits that are connected to this altar that you don't see but they're there, that is the 12th house energy. And you have to connect to that through a vehicle, which would make something earth, something sacred, or an object, which would be Virgo. So it's heaven to earth, 12 and 6. And those are very special numbers, if you will. The body 666. 12 disciples, Jesus, and the knowledge of the 12 is a whole story of life from source code that I will be teaching throughout time in many forms. But I digress. The journey requires balance, and knowing my North Star, knowing my debilitations, knowing my strengths as an astrologer, needing to practice what I preach. Sorry guys, but sometimes I fall short. Sometimes I only did 1% improvement, when it's like, yeah, I only want to improve at least 1% a day, but why not 10%? Why not push it a little bit? It's not to push myself beyond appreciating where I'm at and even get away from it like that. It's more about valuing everything that I was given, valuing everything that I have, so much so that I make the best use of these things, especially my time. So to get up and value your time every day and the blessing of life every day truly is one of the biggest blessings. Because, I mean, this is an infinite universe and you're here. I don't care if it's a simulation. I don't care if it's a game. I don't care if it's as real as it gets. I don't care if you're the gods. I don't care if you're the humans. You're here. And what we do know and what we do have is an ability to connect to that source of the universe. So instead of going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, leveling up like that, which is what the mundane will do, you can go from 1 to 0. 1.0, so 0.1. You go from 1, go back to 0, go straight back to source, and you'll encompass everything, all 1 through 9, inherently. So it's a very beautiful process once you learn that it's about letting things go and understanding things from their core and for the truth of what it is. It's not about letting go of your emotions, but it's about being in control of them, understanding them, knowing where they come from, how they actually work, and what frequencies that these emotions are aligned with. Your emotions are the key indicator of the frequency you're on, how you feel. Your body, the feelings, all the feelings are indicators of frequency. And they're going to help you pinpoint where your work needs to be done. Now it's up to you to do that work. And this is where I fall short sometimes, because I know and let me not be hard on myself, because I know so much that I could go million miles an hour, but I choose to be really human. I choose to be really humble. I would be humble when my universe is asking me to put a crown on. And now I could cry for this. My universe is asking me to put a crown on and be a king. It's asking me to be a father. It's asking me to be a man, an example, and a leader to the world. So whether it's through art, paintings, dances, music, productions, whatever I got to do to express myself to the world, I'm going to do it. And in the background of these productions, and I know what will give me access to what I need for these things, is for me to focus on me and my spiritual journey. For me to focus on my going to sleep on time. That's pretty much it. Because I have schedules, and to hit my schedules would be great. But a Gemini, bro, this is hard. But I do have a Virgo Mars. My Jupiter is also in the 6th house. So it's I was raised the right way. My parents raised me to be organized and clean. They did. So it's on me right now. It's bad habits picked up. It's like I'm so used to doing it for other people that when it comes to just being with me and doing it for myself, I fall short. I don't care as much. And that's a self-love issue. So I should love myself so much that I'm the priority. And my commitments to myself are the priority. And my life is built around that, rather than building my life around priorities of other people and the outside life, which is living as an effect rather than living as a cause. And I teach that, preach that very much so, because that is what it is like to live with intention and to live sacred. High value, high frequency, love. I talked to my daughter today. Very beautiful girl. And it just reminds me of legacy. It reminds me of the echo of every action that I take. And as a man, I need you all to understand, men and women all understand this, is that every action that you take echoes into the generations. As much as we want it to be all about us, at a certain point it's not. So if you're not doing the best for yourself, you're not doing the best for your community, and you're not doing the best for your family, your loved ones, yourself. What is the best? You know. And if you don't know, hit me up. I'm a master astrologer, human design, dream keys, Vedic, Draconic, tropical astrology. I go into all of the asteroids deeply. I have my own systems that I like to use, numerology, galactic signatures, as well as Mayan astrology, is very deep to me, and the Chinese zodiac as well, as I practice feng shui um, and tantra. So, and quantum physics to the degree 0 point energy, 0 point mathematics as a mathematician as well. So I go deep into these topics, I go deep into these things, and I know so much to where my life should be like boom. But I have to go through my journey, and my journey has been set up this way. Everybody got a Saturn, everybody got certain things to where you can only do but so much. You're here to do your best, and you're here to really master yourself, master your energy. Then there is no time limit on that. You can do that today, you can do that tomorrow, you can do that whenever. It is an infinite universe. However, I do recommend you do it now than never. When it rhymes, that's the channel all the time. Yeah, man. So y'all got this. You know what it takes. If you don't know, you can know. Hit me up. Book a reading with me. Um, I have so many services to offer. Get in contact with me. Everything will be in the description. Yet again, my name is Soular Moray. I have music available to you, very healing music. Music that helped me get through things. That's why I made it. So type in Soular, Amor, Amor, Ray, Rey. Solar Love King, right? Um, find my music, give it a play. I'll be uploading more and more every day. Peace, y'all. And I'm gonna do more of these. So these are a little more personal talks, but I'm doing this for me. I ain't gonna cap. Let's see where it takes us though. Peace. Thank you guys for joining us on this journey.